Oh yes, the Japanese handgun. The reason I didn't put the 1911 in here. I am probably not going to make it home alive because of this article. The Nambu was entirely Japanese design. I cannot remember the guy's first name. Oh yeah, Kichiro Nambu. 1902. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Fired a relatively small, though it wasn't too small, 8 by 22 millimeter. The problem was it was loaded to very low pressure, so the bullet just never got any speed. Range was about 50 yards, which is a little short by their standards, let alone by today's standards with a handgun. Short recoil tilting lock action. Basically, they took the action of the SKS rifle and downsized it for a handgun. Not a bad move per se, but a little unusual. 8-round magazine. This was back in the day and age when we were still having trouble making magazines double stacked, so every bullet had to be lined up perfectly with the one after it, otherwise your magazines would jam. Now, the problem with this gun is, its design is extremely crude. I'll show you one taken apart in a moment. And the safety was more or less useless. You could put the safety on and still pull the trigger, and the gun would still fire. Also, because, like I said, because the round was underpowered, it was pretty much inferior to everything else in use at the time. The German 9mm, the American 45, and even the Russian 7.62, which is a smaller bullet. An interesting thing. In this series, it's actually a laser gun, but you can still see the rifling. If you look carefully, you can still see the rifling in the barrel. Strike witches. Skullman. Now, down here we have the baby Nambu, which is like one of the last ones made. Really tiny bullet, even unusual. I cannot actually find what the bullet was exactly, but it was a downsized bullet. Up here is the grandpa Nambu, which was the original. So you can see the huge change from the beginning of the war to the end of the war. That's the gun. Taken apart. That's it. Sometimes you can take things so simple that it actually is a problem. Questions, comments?
Two comments. The Type 14 was featured as a usable weapon in Resident Evil Gun Survivor. And another thing, even though the safety is literally useless. You can even put the mag in the gun, just hold the sight and it'll still fire. You don't even have to pull the trigger. It is that bad.
I didn't realize it was quite that bad.